let's take it real soon. You know we got what you need, baby, so take it, move along. I said we got what you need, honey, come and groove along. Come on. Rolling on the highway in the heat of the night. Wow! Come on.
morning, everyone. Welcome
morning.
to Jubilee Circle. Thank you so much for being out there in TV land, and thank you for being here in the building. We are blessed by your presence today, so we appreciate you being here. And if you want a bulletin here in the room, it's over there on the round table. Out there, if you're watching on the YouTube, it is there should be a link there in the YouTube description, or just go to jubileecircle.com and it'll be right there on the front page. Oh yeah. Go. 2, 3, 4. I welcome the sun, the clouds and rain, wind that sweeps the sky clean and lets the sun shine again. This is the most magnificent life has ever been. Here is heaven and earth and the brilliant sky in between. Blessed is this life, and I'm gonna celebrate being alive. Blessed is this life, oh, and I'm gonna celebrate being alive. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blessed is this life, and I'm gonna celebrate being alive. Blessed is this life, oh, and I'm gonna celebrate being alive. Do do do, do do do, do do do, do do. I dwell in the darkness, I let in the light. I sleep in the afternoon and become the noise in the night. I trespass in temptation, suffer in sacrifice, but I awake each day with the new sunrise. Do do do, do do do, do do do, do 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 do, do do do, do do do, do do do, do do do. Blessed is this life, and I'm gonna celebrate being alive. Blessed is this life, oh, and I'm gonna celebrate being alive. Blessed is this life, oh, and I'm gonna celebrate being alive. Blessed is this life, oh, and I'm gonna celebrate being alive. Oh yeah.
I'm blessed.
Oh yeah. All right. Welcome again. Todd is here, boys and girls. Talk. Let's just start with a Todd talk. How about that? So, you can't hide in Jubilee, and if you haven't been here for a while, we treat you like the prodigal son. Pax ran up and said hello. So we're continuing our Via Creativa theme of practicing the resurrection. Course in Miracles tells us the resurrection demonstrated that nothing can destroy truth. So in this Via, we're learning the art of practicing resurrection in our daily lives, and so we can live in ways that demonstrate that we understand that nothing in this world can destroy the truth of us, because we are created in love and peace and joy, and we strive to live into that truth every day, all day, as best we can, of course. When we talk about blessings, whether it's feeling blessed ourselves or blessing others, there are many different definitions. According to the dictionary, blessing can be, quote, a special favor, mercy, or benefit, such as the blessings of liberty. It can be invoking God's favor on someone, such as when a parent blesses a child's relationship or marriage. It can be the prayer we say before meals, or it can simply just be a good wish for someone else. Where we can get tripped up, though, is when we start thinking about blessings as one of these other definitions that was in the dictionary, a favor or gift bestowed by God, thereby bringing happiness. And that sounds wonderful, right? But when the ego gets a hold of that idea in particular, that blessings are favors from God that make us happy, it starts to dictate what we consider can make us happy. Wealth, power, things of the world, these are the things that the ego wants when blessing is brought up. What if, though? What if the things that bless us the most, that make us eternally happy, not just happy for a moment, have nothing to do with this world? What if true blessing is something we already possess? Because within each of us is joy and peace and love and kindness and compassion. What if, jubilants, we turn the ego's whole idea of blessing into our superpower? To bless ourselves and those around us, not with things, not even with our good wishes, thoughts and prayers, whatever. But what if we became a channel for God to just bless everyone we meet, bless everyone we read about, bless everyone we think about, or even those we don't consciously think about? What if we were dedicated to being that kind of blessing in the world? Well, I think that would make the whole world want to say, oh yeah. Please rise as you're able. And we begin every celebration in the same fashion. We remember the four elements. We remember the fire and the earth and the water and the air. And we burn sage as a reminder that this is a safe and sacred time. And we call the four directions as a way to orient ourselves in this safe and sacred time. So as we call the directions, I invite you to set your intention for yourself, to be that channel of blessing, to be that love in the world, and also to set your intention for the world, that it be open to receive, and so everyone can be blessed. I invite you to turn and face the east. Open us, Holy One. Let us be channels for your blessing to flow through us into this world. Open our hearts to those around us and let your love flow. Open our minds so that we may understand the world around us and let your love flow. Open our mouths so that we may speak new words and have a new, vibrant, and holy conversation flowing with the wonderful words of life and love. Or to turn to the right, we face the south. Heal us, Holy One. Heal anything within us that stops the flow of blessings from you through us. Heal our anger, heal our despair, heal our helplessness, heal our hopelessness. Open us to your healing touch and help us to grow into the holy vessels of love that you would have us to become. Or to turn to the right, face the west. Touch us, Holy One, with your blessings so that we may know what true holy love feels like. Give us the wisdom we need to discern between the selfish and the needy love of the world and your love, a love that gives and gives out of its never-ending abundance. Quarter turn to the right, face the north. Bless us, Holy One, so that we may be a blessing. Bless us with open hearts and open minds and open eyes. Bless us so that we may understand that the most tender blade of grass is a blessing to us, just as the most tender touch of a loved one's hand is a blessing. Help us to recognize the blessing in, through, and around us in each moment. And as we turn back toward the center and have a look around, look at all those channels of love. Oh, one just walked in the door. Oh, smiling and ready to be that channel of love. But like you and everyone, we get stopped up from time to time. We get constipated on the road to love. And there are things that stop our flow, and those things are anger, sadness, greed, despair, indifference, so many things in life that bog us down. But here in this community, we can get back in the flow, remind each other that we are all just thoughts in the mind of God. We are all called to flow with God's love in this world, because when we do that, then the whole world gets to say, oh yeah. Let's get some sage around the room. There you go. Just in time. There we are. All right, Paxton. He needs to help. He wants to help. All right, over here. Everybody's smoking. All right, remain standing. We're going to open our celebration with a little Natalie Merchant, kind and generous this morning. And as we play, I invite you all to greet one another, dance, whatever you feel like, but remain fully clothed. I know. Such a disappointment. Such a disappointment. All right. 2, 3, 4. La 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 You've been so kind and generous. I don't know how you keep on giving. For your kindness, I'm in debt to you. For your selflessness, my admiration. For everything you've done, you know I'm bound to thank you for it. La 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 la. I don't know how you keep on giving. For your kindness, I'm in debt to you. And I never could have come this far without you. For everything you've done, you know I'm bound to thank you for it. La 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 I want to thank you for so many gifts you gave, the love, the tenderness. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your generosity, the love and the honesty that you gave me. I want to thank you, show my gratitude, my love, and my respect for you. I want to thank you. I want to thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, y'all.
Thank you. Yeah. Hello.
All that gratitude choked you up.
Yeah, too much gratitude for one day.
That's enough gratitude for one day. All right. Woo! Huh? I got it. I'm full to the brim with gratitude. It's better than all the other stuff I'm filled with. No, I'm good. Inhaler.
I have one.
You know, I used to have When I was in radio, I used to have this recurring nightmare that I would sneeze on the air, that you open the microphone and you're just like, blah, 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 and then I did it one day, so you just go, wow, that was fun. Just move on. Wow, that was fun. So moving on. Jubilee Circle, we are an inclusive, progressive, interfaith community here in Columbia, South Carolina. We teach the timeless common wisdom of love and unity that you find in all mainstream religions, metaphysical philosophies, mysticism, and the inspired secular and religious writers and teachers throughout the ages. We use popular music teachings, weekly celebrations, educational and artistic events, and other activities to just build community, to create a space so everyone can experience transformation. And then as that transformation, they can go and be that in the world. We believe that we are here to expand our souls, to live into our deeper meaning, to renew our commitment to love, peace, and justice, learn how to love wastefully, and undergo a transformation from the inside out to discover how to live more frequently, more consistently, more habitually within our higher divine self. We also recognize we're part of God's good creation. We're formed in stardust as well as love and joy. But we humans, we forget this. We believe instead that we're lost in this world of separation and paradox. And we look out and you're over here and I'm over there. And then all the judging starts and all the grievances start. And then we look at people and go, oh, they're beautiful and they're ugly. Those people are good. Those people are bad. Those people are generous. And those people are stingy. And those people, they're very loving. I love those people. And then these people over here, they're so recalcitrant, obstreperous, cantankerous, grody. All right. And grody. Misanthropes. But let us remember our function here is not to be a thesaurus. Really? Our function here is to remind ourselves, to remember that we are the vastness of this universe. We have never left the mind of God, and as such we are always joined together in one, that one love that created us, that makes us say, oh yeah. Hear these wise and holy words from this wise and holy woman. Will you, make sure the green light is on. Just press it and hold it. Just press it and hold it. There we go. All right.
From A Course in Miracles, chapter 27. Be not afraid of blessing, for the one who blesses you loves all the world and leaves nothing within the world that could be feared. But if you shrink from blessing, will the world indeed seem fearful? For you have withheld its peace and comfort, leaving it to die. Would not a world so bitterly bereft be looked on as a condemnation by the one who could have saved it, but stepped back because he was afraid of being healed? The eyes of all the dying bring reproach, and suffering whispers, what is there to fear? Consider well its question. It is asked of you on your behalf. A dying world asks only that you rest an instant from attack upon yourself, that it be healed. Come to the holy instant and be healed, for nothing that is there received is left behind on your returning to the world. And being blessed, you will bring blessing. Life is given you to give the dying world, and suffering eyes no longer will accuse, but shine in thanks to you who blessing gave. The holy instant's radiance will light your eyes and give them sight to see beyond all suffering and see Christ's face instead. Healing replaces suffering. Who looks on one cannot perceive the other, for they cannot both be there. And what you see, the world will witness, and will witness too. From author Tara Singh, that was the debate. From author Tara Singh's The Joseph Plan of A Course in Miracles for the Lean Years. The life of service offers us the possibility to live by holy relationship in a distracted world that knows not what to do. It is an invitation to step out of meaningless existence and walk with God. The life of service offers the sanity of a living gratefulness. And finally, from the Jesus story, Luke 24, lines 30 to 31. When he was at the table with them, he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, and began to give it to them. Then their eyes were opened, and they recognized him, and he disappeared from their sight.
These are wise and holy words.
Thanks
Speak
be
to the holy. All creation is holy word. All creation speaks volumes of the holy. Hallelujah. Let's stand and sing. Everybody kind of knows this one by now. If you haven't been here, you touch on real quick. I have no idea. Gremlins, that's what that is.
It's the
Here we go. I release and I let go. I let spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. In my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Whoa! Everybody now. I release and I let go. I let Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. In my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, yeah. All right. Y'all may be seated. The band may be excused. Let me clear a path for Mr. Keith. He had a little trouble earlier. This band, everybody, come on. Give it up. They're doing their thing. All right. The band. These are some of my favorite recalcitrants. Well, there are lots of people in the world, lots of recalcitrants in the world. Breathe deeply, everybody. So good. See, look at all those faces. And still, only one on the front row. It's amazing. Two on the front. Three. Oh. You know, one time when we were in Millwood a long time ago, and I set up all these chairs, and everybody left the front row vacant. So I went up and just took up all the seats on the front row. And I'm like, now you're all on the front row. Got to get up early, get one past me. So don't make me take up that front row, people. I recently saw a video of talk show host James Corden. He was interviewing comedian Ellen DeGeneres, and Corden, who is British, was telling Ellen how much he loved the South because the people in the southern U.S. are so nice. And so Corden relates this story to Ellen, who, by the way, was born and raised in Louisiana, right? You know, she knows the South. And he was telling her about how he was in a southern city and he was having trouble parallel parking his car. And this woman approached his car. He had the window down. You know, he was trying to parallel park, and this woman approached the car, and she says, "Honey, are you okay?" And he says, "Yeah, I'm just having a little trouble parking." And he said that the woman just kind of shook her head and touched his arm and said, well, bless your heart. And Corden proceeded to gush to Ellen about how nice this woman was, to bless his heart as he was struggling to park. And Ellen chuckled for a moment. You can just see her face, right? You can just see her how she's looking at James Corden. Before she breaks the news to him, you know, that's actually an insult. Corden was aghast. I mean, this whole interview, he's just like, "What? Really?" And he was crestfallen to learn that instead of actually offering a true blessing, this woman had been condescending to him. Linguist Joan Hall, the editor of the Dictionary of American Regional English, such a thing exists. Todd knew it. Shocker. The librarian knows. But linguist Joan Hall says that the earliest usage of "bless your heart" as an insult appeared in print in Henry Fielding's 1732 play, The Miser. So if anyone comes and asks the reference librarian, in that play, a butler says of a new mistress who has bought beer for the domestic staff, "Bless her heart, good lady, I wish she had a better bridegroom." Just as our southern use of "bless your heart" illustrates, we often use the language of blessing to subtly, or sometimes overtly, curse others. A Course in Miracles in the Song of Prayer supplement introduces this idea called forgiveness to destroy, which is like our "bless your heart" curse. Blessing, curse blessing. We often use the act of blessing as a tool to feel superior because we see someone who is obviously lacking in something they need, and we give it to them because we're their better in some way because we see them as lacking, and so they are in need of our blessing. Of course, it's not the only way we stray from the true meaning of blessing. We tend to confuse blessings with things of this world. People say all the time that they're blessed, not so much because they feel a sense of peace and joy that arises naturally from within, but because they have a lot of stuff, right? So we often feel blessed when we look around and see what we possess, whether it's a house, a car, high-paying job, a relationship. We feel blessed when we climb the social or the corporate or political ladder. We feel blessed when we get recognition from others or have power over others. Whatever material gain we feel we have, we see it as a blessing, mainly because we perceive that we have more than someone else. We're so blessed. This misuse of blessing is often at the heart of both political and spiritual divisions. In both worlds, the poor in material things become objects of pity. Politicians see them as lazy or too stupid to know how to game the political, social, or business systems of the world to get themselves ahead. Spiritual people tend to use those who are not materially blessed as a cautionary tale. Obviously, those in poverty are not blessed, or they've committed some manner of sin because they're remaining in that lowly state, or they just don't have enough faith. Or perhaps they haven't given enough money to the church to show God they're worthy of all those rich earthly blessings, right? Give me your money, then you'll be blessed. You'll be broke, but you'll be blessed. What a strange idea of blessings we have. Seeing them as something we got to earn through spiritual, political, or business achievement, and then seeing it as something that others have to earn from us, right? But that's not strange for the ego, because that's how it sees blessings, as something you earn and something you can either give or withhold if you feel the other person is or is not deserving of your blessing. For those not deserving, we simply say, "Bless your heart." And we count ourselves as blessed that we are not them. Nobody's experienced that, right? Here's the thing, though. We are them. They're us. Unity is our reality, and because it is our reality, we must learn to truly bless and identify those areas where we are using blessing to actually condemn or condescend or insult people. All minds are joined, and we can choose to create on either the level of the ego or the level of the spirit. In the ego world, the thoughts we share with each other, they're insane. They are. They're crazy. We share thoughts of attack and hatred and separation. We share our fearful thoughts that we are somehow different from others based on these outward things that we think we perceive, whether it's our race or our gender or our sexual orientation, class, political affiliation, religious beliefs. Those shared insane thoughts grow to produce this insane world of suffering and despair. There are moments and pockets of joy in this world, but they just never last. So here's the key then. We must learn to see the world differently, to see the capital R reality beyond the insanity of this little r reality of the ego. We must come to an understanding that on the fundamental level of spirit, we are blessed already. And if we are blessed, then so's everybody else. We must look out onto the world and see it as blessed and lovely and joyous even. But how can we do that when all we perceive with these human eyeballs is suffering? We do it by realizing life is but a dream, as the song says. And as a dream, we have the power to remake it, to shift what's happening out here by first shifting what's happening within ourselves. If we live in a world of suffering and despair within, that's all we project onto the world. But God asks us to see it differently, not to deny the suffering of the world, but to see it as a call for us to become a channel of blessing, to accept our role as the light of the world so we can alleviate and heal the suffering within us and around us. And that sounds namby-pamby and woo-woo. Oh, I'm just supposed to think good thoughts. It's deeper than that. This is important work. This is the very reason that we are here. The fate of the entire world rests on each of us developing the ability to truly bless ourselves and others. And we do that when we realize the true blessing that we already possess is within, because we are created out of pure love. That's what we are. Enlightenment isn't something that you work hard to attain. It's just a recognition of the truth about ourselves, that we are made from blessing to be a blessing. We're made to extend the only true idea of love into the world. And that means you got to give up all your grievances, all your forms of attack. We have to stop saying bless your heart as a curse and instead infuse that phrase with the true meaning of blessing, which is simply the act of giving or extending God's love into the world in everything we say, everything we do, everything we think, everything we feel, everything we believe. Jubilant's love has not overcome fear in this world because we do not yet believe that it has the power to do so. And that power grows not by wishing for it, but by teaching it, by sharing it, by learning it ourselves and applying it to everyone that we see, think about, or hear about. This is why blessing is ultimately about being of service in the world. And this too, that's an idea that frightens us. We believe that being of service means that we're going to sacrifice a lot. I have to go out and be there for people, and that's going to be hard. Yeah, and if you take your ego with you in it, yeah, it will be. We think we got to forsake our needs for others. We talk about being burned out by service. We give, and nobody ever says thank you. And that's because we think service equals some sort of selflessness that the ego equates with physical exhaustion. No one is asked to sacrifice anything to be a blessing to others. The ego is right that service requires selflessness, but the self that we are asked to turn away from is the ego itself. That's why it convinces us that we're going to have to sacrifice something, because it knows it must go. It must be the thing we let go. And so it's going to fight us tooth and nail. When, however, we bless and serve without our ego and lead with the higher divine self, exhaustion isn't possible, because we are channeling infinite, bottomless, tireless joy and love and peace. It doesn't exhaust the body if you get the ego out of it. Instead, it brings us more power, more satisfaction, more joy to spread into the world. And how is that possible? Well, when you give up your oughts and your shoulds, such as I ought to be serving, I should be a blessing, and lean into the truth about yourself, that eternity within you that has limitless service and blessings to give, then you find you effortlessly serve and you bless in every moment of your life. When you realize that you are love, you are blessing, you are service, all that will emerge from your life extends love and blessing, and it provides service to everyone and anyone you meet. So how do we step into that egoic selflessness, into that higher divine self-fullness that's required to be a blessing in this world? Well, A Course in Miracles says, first you got to realize you are a blessing. You are originally blessed. There is no original sin. Blessing is your state of being. And if we come to realize that by giving up all thoughts of attack. And now I hear you. You're saying, well, preacher, I don't go around attacking people, and that's a good thing. Thank you. No one wants to be in jail for assault. So let's keep not doing that. But we are always attacking. If anyone in this room has an ego, you're always attacking. Because you're attacking in your heart and in your mind on a regular basis. Whenever we criticize someone for even the smallest thing, we are attacking them. Whenever we think that someone is wrong and must change their ways and align with our beliefs and actions because they're stupid if they don't, we attack them. Whenever we look out onto this world and we perceive another human being as being different from us, either as better than us or not as worthy as we are, we attack. All of that is attack. And we do it all the time. We judge people on how they look, how they drive, how they stand in the aisle at the grocery store. That's a personal one. How they speak, how they vote, how they treat others. At any moment of judgment of another that does not perceive them as wholly innocent, of inestimable worth, and good on the level of their eternal spirit, that's an attack. Likewise, any moment that we turn that judgment inward and we judge ourselves, that's an attack. Not just on ourselves, but on the whole world, since there's only one spirit here having all these disparate experiences. Giving up attack immediately results in blessings. As A Course tells us, a dying world asks only that you rest an instant from attack upon yourself, that it be healed. Come to the holy instant. The holy instant is this moment, right now. Come to this moment and be healed. For nothing that is there, come to this moment, For nothing that is there received is left behind on your returning to the world, and being blessed, you will bring a blessing. Jubilance, the holy instant. It's any moment you relinquish attack, because that's the moment you become a blessing and you truly serve the world. And what you receive in that holy moment isn't left there. You bring it back into the world. As A Course says, life is given you to give the dying world, and suffering eyes no longer will accuse, but shine in thanks to you who blessings gave. The holy instant's radiance will light your eyes and give them sight to see beyond all suffering and see Christ's face instead. Healing replaces suffering. Who looks on one cannot perceive the other, for they cannot both be there. If you look at someone and you see an ego, and then you have to remind yourself that they're the Christ, you're trying to see both. Just look and see who they truly are. And what you see, the world will witness, and will witness too. So if you can see the love, if You can see other people as purely love. That's what gets poured into the world. So this is how we heal ourselves in the world, jubilants, by recognizing our own original blessing, giving up any penchant to judge, attack, and fear others, and allow our mere presence in the world to serve as a healing blessing. Author Tara Singh writes, "The life of service offers us the possibility to live by holy relationship in a distracted world that knows not what to do. It is an invitation to step out of meaningless existence and walk with God. The life of service offers the sanity of a living gratefulness." Those disciples who left Jerusalem after Jesus' crucifixion, they were walking to Emmaus, and they found themselves thrust into this meaningless existence. Their teacher was gone. But on that journey, they were unaware that they were already walking with God. They met a stranger on the way, and he told them about this Jesus guy. They told him about Jesus, what had happened. And the stranger, of course, was Jesus. But the story goes they didn't recognize him until later, when they all sat down to supper together, and Jesus blessed and broke the bread. In short, Jesus performed an act of service to them. And in that act, their eyes were open, and they realized the holy was among them. And that jubilance is what it means to bless. Something as simple, because here people go, well, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to sign up and volunteer and spend all my time? Service is not hard. Because the ego wants to make it hard. The ego's like, you got to go sign up and spend, 30 hours in, serving people and blah, blah, blah. Because the ego wants you to accomplish service. Because the ego's all about that. But it can be simple. Serving others is simple. Open a door for a stranger. Smile at them. Appreciate them in some way. Look deeper for that eternal innocence beyond the bodily appearance. And you will see the holy in every present moment. Because that's what the holy instant is. It's the recognition of the holy that is always in our midst, just waiting for us to develop eyes to see it. If we can understand blessing in this way, as an act of service meant to reveal the infinite, eternal, holy love that exists in each moment, no matter what the circumstances are before us, then we can see that there is no fear or sacrifice involved in this kind of blessing. It's simply the act of always choosing the most loving thing to do that brings about a genuine act of healing and service to someone else in any given moment. And it takes practice, of course, but it's an invitation to return to the pure innocence of somebody like James Corden, who had no idea that the lady who he felt so blessed by was really trying to curse him. I feel some sympathy for Corden, because before Ellen broke the news to him, he had basked in that innocent belief that the woman really meant to bless him. So I say we reclaim our innocent James Corden in this moment and every moment to see others as only out to bless us and be blessed by us. This is known as assuming positive intent, but a course calls it a positive use of denial. So instead of perceiving, oh, bless your heart, as a curse, let's deny the ego's intent to curse and take it as the holy intends it, as a way to enter the holy instant of love that transforms all intended insults into blessing. So let's try this on. Oh, good. We got a good crowd here today. So let's do this. Turn to someone nearby and say, hang on, I got it. Let me give final instructions. I want you to say to the person near you, bless your heart, but I want you to mean it. Get your southern out and put your holy in and look each other in the eye and say, bless your heart. Come on, let's do it. Bless your heart. Oh. It works really well if you look each other in the eye and you say, bless your heart. Anthony just did it with me over here, and Anthony said, I receive that. So let's do that. Look at each other, bless your heart. You say it, and then they say it, and then just say, I receive that. Feel how good that feels. You say, bless your heart. I receive that. Oh yeah. Does that change it? Does that feel better? Bless your heart. I receive that. And there are going to be people who don't receive that. But that's okay. That's okay. I invite you this week, Jubilants. Thank you for playing with me. That was great. Bless your heart. I invite you this week, use that phrase, bless your heart, with everyone you meet. Maybe don't say it out loud because we still are in the South. But I don't want you getting fist fights or anything. But as you see people really reform, let's reclaim the beauty of that. James Corden felt blessed when someone said, bless your heart. He had no idea how it was intended. And so as you go out this week, I invite you, bless the heart of everyone you see. Bless the heart of everyone you think about. Bless the heart of everyone you see on the internet. Bless the heart of everyone on Facebook, everyone on Twitter. Everyone. It's a tall order. And you're not going to do it right. And sometimes you're going to bless with gritted teeth, but do it anyway. Because the more you do it, it becomes a habit. And then you're truly blessing. This is the way we come into the holy instant. This is the way we are healed of our own habits and penchants for attack and grievance. And in that healing, we come back to the world as healers. And in being blessed, then we can truly bless the hearts of everyone. And that makes the whole world say, oh yeah. Breathe deeply. Now, let's do it's sort of a takeoff on the loving kindness meditation, but let's do it with blessing instead. And so let's start with, may I be blessed. May my heart be blessed. May my heart be blessed. And then we extend it out to someone that we love. Think of them. May their heart be blessed. May their heart be blessed. And then we think of someone we don't know, just a stranger, somebody who never ever passing on the street, don't even see them. May their heart be blessed. And move up, if you can. Move up to somebody you don't like much. May their heart be blessed. And then just expand and extend that love to the whole world. So in these next few minutes, start with yourself. May my heart be blessed. Someone you love, someone you don't know, someone you don't like. And finally, may the whole world be blessed. deeply. How was that? Did you get past? Did you get to the people you don't like? Did you get past there? Sometimes it's hard. You have to back up. Okay. But I invite you to keep trying that this week. Just keep trying. Once you keep doing it, it becomes a habit. And if you keep giving, that becomes a habit too. And we are so grateful for those who are in the habit of giving to Jubilee Circle. We are grateful for your support. We're grateful for those who will support us in the future, those who have supported us in the past, and those who are supporting us in this room right now. And we're going to pass that around. And if you're watching on the YouTube, you can go to jubileecircle.com. There's a donate button there, and you can give through Venmo or PayPal. If you're in the room and you don't have cash, on your lyric sheet is a QR code for Venmo or PayPal. Feel free to use that within the room. And if you're also out there in TV land, you can write a good old-fashioned check and put it in the mail, put a stamp on it. Stamps are going up, I think, or else they did. But anyway, put a stamp on that thing, send it to Post Office Box 4611, Columbia, South Carolina, 29240. All right. Breathe deeply, everybody. Oh, let me get some announcements in, and then, thank you so much, Todd. And then we will go do our talk back thing, but let's get some announcements in really quick. All right, coming up next week, Al Black is going to bring a bunch of poets and one singer-songwriter. I know Lang Owen is coming next week. So Beth and I are going to be on vacation, so we're not going to be around here. Julie's going to herd them, and it's going to be great. If you saw Poetry Church, the one we did a few months back, this is going to be great. So I'm giving them most of the lion's share of the time, so it's just going to be a little music from the band and Poetry Church for the rest of it, and then the band sings out, and life is good. So come, it's going to be wonderful. At 2 o'clock this afternoon, we are all going to converge on Julie Buckley's house in Lexington, and we're going to talk a little bit about the future of Jubilee. Unlike today, most of the time this room is very empty. But I'm so glad that y'all are here today, and so we are going to try to sort of reimagine, and we may end up right back where we are, and people like this and want to keep doing it. But I've invited Gina Gibson, who is a life coach and counselor, to come and guide us through sort of a reimagining of what Jubilee could be. What came to me, what Spirit had said to me was less spectating, more participating. So it's not you coming and seeing a show. My thought is more workshopy, that everybody brings instead of bringing a Bible, everybody brings a journal, and we just write some stuff down, and we try on spiritual practices, and we do something to deepen what the tools that we have, to really outfit our spiritual toolkit. So when we're out there in the world and something triggers us, we got all these tools because we've been doing them. We come here and we learn them and we do them. And it transforms you, and then you become that transformation in the world. We can get up here and give good speeches, good talks, good sermons, but I've never been transformed by a good sermon. I love them. They're great. I'm like, wow, that was such a good sermon. But does it really help me internalize what's going on? If I'm going to get up here and teach y'all something, I want to give you a way to put your hands on it, apply it. So when you walk out the door, you got something you can use. And that may mean, swapping up a few things around here, doing things differently. I'm going to draw a hard line at the band because it took me years to build this band. Whatever we do, it's got to have a band. Just because these are talented and amazing people. But, shows are great, but I've never heard of anybody saying, man, that show really changed my life. Although maybe, I don't know. What's a show that changed your life, kids? Springsteen. I saw 4 hours of Springsteen. That kind of changed my life. But what I'm saying is, I want fresh ideas. The way we've been doing this is how Howard Hanger started it in Asheville 34 years ago. And surely the Spirit has said something new in 34 years. So, and don't call it Shirley, but the Holy Spirit is Shirley. Surely the Spirit has said something new. And so we're going to get together at Julie's at 2 o'clock this afternoon. There is a Zoom link in your bulletin. If you can't make it there, join us on Zoom. We will have the Zoom room open by 2, and we're just going to go through this process with Gina and see where we land. Doesn't mean we change anything next week or the week after, but it means that we're going to be in conversation with Spirit and see what's trying to emerge here. So that it excites people and they want to be here, and they're, without doubt, they're, I'm going to Jubilee because I got to go because I get so much. So that's what we're trying to do. Tuesday, May 9th and Thursday, May 11th, we're going to do our monthly after-dinner cabaret again. I know Clayton is singing with, I can't remember who he's singing with this month, but it's going to be great. Desserts, non-alcoholic beverages provided. Tickets are $20 online or at the door. If you didn't see the cabaret last time, it's really fun. It's great. Wombat Junction will be here Friday, May 26th. Green Swamp Collective on Friday, June 2nd, and Friday, August 18th, Sunday, August 20th, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're going to do a 3-night run. The Columbia Light Opera Society is going to present Gilbert and Sullivan's Trial by Jury, and they've got like a Greek chorus and everything. It's going to be fun. So we're going to have Friday and Saturday shows at 7:30 in August, and a Sunday matinee at 3, $10 at the door, all that. Soundy School is every Sunday at 10:30. Course in Miracles discussion group 7:30 every Wednesday night. Did I miss anything? Any other announcements? All right, great. So I'll tell the folks on the YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. We will be here same bat time, same bat channel next week for Poetry Church, so join us. It's going to be great. And until then, remember, if the only prayer you ever say is thank you, it will be enough because it puts you right in that holy instant of this present moment. So together we say thank you, and we say, oh yeah.